Well, Crocs fans, tonight's game at the Swamp was one of those games that, well, almost didn't get there in the end. But anyway, we started off the night by looking for some Melbourne Tigers fans, but we couldn't find that many.
Guys, we've got a bit of a problem tonight. We can't find a single Tigers supporter. Where are they all?
Back down in Melbourne, where they should belong.
So what's happened? They're not here.
Oh well.
What are we going to do with a game with no Tiger supporters?
Are we going to win? What do we say? We say, go Crocs!
Have we seen any Tiger supporters tonight?
No, I haven't seen any.
Not a one. Where do you think they all are?
Back in Melbourne, where they should be.
And who's going to win tonight?
The Crocs.
By how much?
Oh, 15?
15%. 15%? Oh, there's a big call. All right, enjoy the game.
Thank you.
Now, what we're looking for tonight is we've lost all the Tiger supporters. Where are they? Mum seen them? No. And of course, where's the other two rat bags gone? They've run away over there somewhere, so they're obviously gone to look for them. So tell us about these two Tiger supporters you've seen.
Bunch of idiots. No, shouldn't be Tiger supporters. Go Crocs.
Crocs all the way.
So it's a Crocs all the way tonight?
Yeah,
definitely.
And by how many?
Yeah, flog 'em.
By 18 probably, I reckon. Big win.
Because we couldn't do a Cowboys tonight, could we?
No.
That's terrible.
Zero off the line.
Yeah.
Guys, we've had a bit of a hunt going tonight for the Tigers fan club. Where are they?
I think we're it.
You're it? All two of you?
Yeah, all two of us.
And of course, there's enough seats there for the rest of the Tigers fan club tonight.
I think they might stay empty.
Let's make a really wild prediction tonight. Who do you think's going to win? And it doesn't start with T.
Yeah, go Tigers.
It does start with T, okay. Dare you venture to say how much?
I reckon we'll win by 3 points.
3 points. Oh, I don't know. It's a long way from Melbourne. The boys looking pretty tired.
Well, I reckon they've been resting well because we haven't heard anything on Twitter.
Oh, okay. So it's been quiet.
It has been quiet. So we think they're well rested and ready to go.
So, with all that out of the way, we managed to track down the one and only, well, the two and only Tiger supporters that were in the crowd tonight, and, well, it was disappointment all the way to the end, although it did keep them on the edge of their seats. Two coaches who haven't seen each other for quite some time met, they shook hands, Leeson took the seat up at the far end of the court, and our own Paul Woolput took the seat with his beloved Crocs. Let's have a look at the game, let's have a listen to the coach's comments, and of course let's enjoy the victory at the end, which was 64-67 in the Crocs' favour.
Yeah, just goes to show you can't ever relax and think that the game is in hand. With a scrappy team like that, they defended, they got after it, and we were a little bit lackadaisical with the ball and didn't value possessions down the stretch, and they made some shots, but a win is a win, and we can put it behind us now and start focusing towards Gold Coast, and it's a nice win, so we'll put it that way.
Is that worrying that they maybe get the full match there?
Well, you always have to understand that, they're a professional basketball team with some damn good athletes, and they, went after it and got some steals and made some shots. So, I'm not happy with the way we handled the ball and didn't value possessions down the stretch. And those are situations we go over in practice, and we usually handle very well, and we just didn't do it. So, but again, the main thing is we got to win.
Elvin seemed to be really a spot for you guys.
Yeah, Elvin made some great defensive stands, got some big rebounds for us, and that's the Elvin of old. He's hopefully he's back, and we'll need him for these final 3 games and hopefully the playoffs. But Elvin played very well and definitely gave us extra possessions, offensive rebounds and steals, and did a hell of a job for us. I don't know. I'm still very impressed with the fact that he even played. But obviously it bothered him a little bit. He was making a lot of his passes with his left hand. But he gave us some leadership and started the game and played quite a few minutes. But I'm just very impressed with the fact that he played.
That charge at the end really shows the lighting down there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, huge play. You know, he's got a lot of experience and knows how to win games, and you know, very big play, and you know, that's why he's here. I'm proud of the fact that we got a win for him on his 400th, but he started the game out obviously extremely well for us, and you know, kind of got us going. We talked about the importance of starting well, and obviously PC was a big part of that.
Obviously, the Tigers are out of playoffs contention, but you're having to take the win. Does it sort of make up for last week, or you still sort of think maybe?
Well, you look at things this way. We got a loss last week. We needed a win tonight. We got it. So yeah, it does make up for it. You know, there's some things that we need to work on. Every team needs to work on some things, but we need to work on some things. But the main thing is we got the win, and now we can move forward looking towards Gold Coast.
It's the first time you've had Luke out there against them. How much of a difference do you think he made out there?
Good. You know, he fouled out, but he was 5 for 9 for the game, and we need to. You know, we talk about the importance of getting the ball into Luke and letting him play and giving him, you know, options to play. Or if the double teams come, he can find people. We need to get him more shots. So if we get him going, he's going to free up guys like PC and Mick and our shooters on the perimeter.
That last 5 minutes of the second half, that was when they really started to get back and breathing. Do you know what went wrong there? How they got back into the game?
We'll look at it on the tape, but you know, we at that point in the second half of the second quarter, they started going to the offensive glass, and we were a little smaller at that time, but because Luke got foul trouble early, and he had 2 fouls. But you know, you can't give a team like that with those athletes and those shooters. You can't give them second and third opportunities, and we did that late in the second quarter.
And the turnover count.
Yeah, we can't do that. You know, we just can't do that. But you know, we talked about the fact that they've kind of morphed this year. They went from a very good offensive team with, you know, with Ibaka and Patty Mills early in the season. Now they're starting. They're not even starting Trigar. They're starting a defensive unit, and they kind of hanging their hat on defense now, and they're forcing a lot of turnovers in all of their games. But they're not as good as they once were offensively, but they're still a very good defensive team.
Did you make the 5-man substitution from Trevor Trick then?
Yeah, well, he has played. Trevor was my assistant before, and I remember he was with me, and I did that once. You know, I think it was 10-2. He just didn't like the 5 out there, and obviously he wanted to put 5 new ones in.
On a personal note, going up against Trevor, we're talking about it all week. Is it nice to get another one over?
Yeah, but you know, it's nice, but the main thing is it gets us hopefully one step closer to the playoffs.
I feel like the pressure's released a little bit. You know, you're not quite there yet.
No, we still have a long way to go. I think we might have to win all 3 games, but we at least have to win 2 of the next 3 games.
Yeah, it was a close one. We didn't play great, but we got a win, so that's the main thing. You know, you talk about the loss last week, and I don't think anything will make up for that until we make the playoffs. You know, so you know, it's just 1 more win. We need 3 more, so just keep trying to get them.
What happened in those last minute?
No, I think we turned it over, then they hit a 3. Then Dylan hit, how many 3s did he hit for the game? He hit 1 too. So that last minute, you know, was a bit like the last minute of the second quarter as well. You know, we came into the dressing room at half time, and we were probably running our press break at how we meant to run it. It's just, you know, they're playing good defence. We needed to make adjustments, and I think we did that in the third quarter. It's just at the end of the quarter there, at end of the game there, everything gets a little bit heightened, and you know, mistakes are easy to make.
How inspirational
Big. You know, I think you interviewed me 3 days ago, and I said he wasn't playing, and then he turned up and trained that day. So, you know, I asked him how it was, and he said it's painful every time he touches the ball. So, you know, we would have struggled without him out there. I'm really proud of him and happy he was out there, and you know, that's a gutsy effort, and you know, that's what this team needs more of, is you know, digging in and doing whatever we need to do to get the job done, and you know, Ed came out and showed how to do that. Yeah, no, Alvin played to his strengths, and you know, hopefully he can keep doing it. That was you know, that was big for us. They were Lucas Wolf's probably one of the best athletes, and so is Ron Dorsey and Liam Rush, and they all play that 3-4 spot, that slash spot. So it's hard for the littler guys, myself, Todd, and Mick, to box them out. So Alvin came in and got 10 rebounds out of 36. He's got almost a third of the team's rebounds there, and it really sort of kept us in the game and swayed the momentum of the game as well.
3 tough games ahead. What has to change tonight to make sure that the rest can get the wins?
Well, we got the win, so hopefully we can keep doing that. So, but we need to make shots. 4 of 14 is not a real good clip, neither is 1 of 7. So, as I said to Paul just before I came in here, if I hit a couple of them shots, if 2 or 3 of them threes go down, all of a sudden, it puts the game out to double figures and, changes the momentum of the game and doesn't give them, energy and doesn't put their tails up, which is sort of what happened when I missed a couple of them threes. So, if our 3-point shooting can be better, 4 of 19, 21%'s not very good at all. We want to get it up around 40%, and that will change it. I think our defense was good. We had lapses, but it was a grind out game. It wasn't flashy by either team, but Russ came in the huddle just then and said, they're not all going to be all Paytons, but as long as we get the win, that's the most important thing, and we've got to get 4 wins, and we've got 1 right there, and we need 3 more. So, the shots don't always go in. Hopefully the 3 teams that we play against can't make shots, and we can, and we come away with it.
A bit fiery out there at some stages. Is this a rivalry that's growing a bit more?
What, between me and the refs? No, just trying to bring energy. I didn't think I was any more fiery than usual.
In the third quarter, yourself and Alvin really sort of, the charge to get you guys going. Is there anything that sparked that, or?
Just the most disappointing part of that was the start of the fourth quarter, making 2 mistakes and then a 5-point swing straight away. So, just being consistent and being solid is what it needs to be. I think that's the way we can play. We just need to cut out them lapses of what happened at the start of the fourth quarter. If Alvin just keeps doing his thing, no one can compete with him in the air. If he goes and chases rebounds, he did that against Gold Coast, it's going to be good for us. So, hopefully we can get more of that.
You know that you're probably self-regular during the performance. How do you rate your performance?
I rate it as a win. It's probably not a very good game at all, but at least we won. I wouldn't like to remember a 400th game by being knocked out of the playoffs and it being a loss at home. So as long as we win, in the context of the season, it's more about getting the next 3 or 4 wins so we make sure we make the playoffs.
Interesting return to this one. How do you feel about it?
We competed pretty hard. It's the same. If you miss layups and miss a couple of dunks and shoot a high clip from the foul line, it's hard to keep the pressure on. We're in touch and distance most of the game. We had a shot to even win it at the end. We just didn't make some couple of good choices there with the last 2 possessions. But look, we haven't competed like that. I think one of the guys in the locker room said we haven't competed like that since the start of the year, which is good, that all the guys are playing for each other. And we had a little bit of a hiccup in the middle with a bit haywire, but it's good to have the guys back on track. Yeah, sloppy. They make coach go crazy. God help us. And there's 3 points. We turn the ball over, we give PC a layup and a foul, 3-point play when it's 3-point the difference, so it gets to 6, and that's the things, the little things that you got to get out of your game. I thought we gave them some easy points at the first play of the game. PC gets a foul, 3 points, starts to feel good. Next play, he shoots one in the corner, shot clock going down. So it's those little things that you got to, if you want to be a fantastically good team, that you got to eliminate, and we're not there yet. Yeah, he just sends a big target. He's a big boy. He knows how to use his body, and he's unselfish. And he passes the ball back out. We had a hard time there for a little while, especially with the height advantage that he has. Certainly, and they play well.
Was that a direct play out of the Paul Walker coaching book to substitute a player?
I don't know. It's Paul done that, is he?
Apparently, yeah.
No,
When you were his assistant.
No, I can't remember. No, that was, look, we we've got a very talented bench. They've been playing well together, and Friday night they played outstanding together. I certainly wasn't happy with how we started the game. I think it was 10-2, and you can't do that with a team that plays comfortable at home. And I had enough.
Do you think this Crocs side has the potential to win the championship?
Not on that performance. No.
Do you think they can improve over the next few weeks to beat Blaze?
Well,
do you think
number one, I'm worried about Tigers. Okay, and that's, I'm not going to talk about another team. And Paul's an outstanding coach. He's got some outstanding players, but when we played Perth, we got to play Perth yet, and New Zealand, they're a step above. But look, the whole thing about the playoffs is, number one, you got to get there, and if you get there and playing great basketball at the right time of the year, you got a shot at winning this thing. And it's number one is to get there. If they can get there, they're very comfortable playing in New Zealand. So, I certainly will be barracking for them if they get there. Sorry? Yeah, Luca's been great for the last 3-4 weeks. He's really been consistent the last half and just plays his heart out. I love it. I don't want to take him out because he's working too hard. He's out of breath, and wish I had a couple more like him. Well, that kind of got brought up during the year with what happened with Chewy. So it was, these guys are professional, they know what's happening. I think it took a while for the team to come back together and play for each other instead of worrying about a contract and worrying about their own numbers. That's just part of life. With we're hired guns as professional, they know that. They don't have to be reminded of that. Very strange, yeah, very strange on the other side. So it was great to see so many friendly faces out here. I certainly miss the closeness and the family atmosphere of up here. It's great to come back and see people again.
Yeah, like you said at the start, someone in the locker room said that that's sort of the fight that we were missing in January, and we actually talked about that after the new year, saying that January was a really important month for us. We had a whole lot of games that we needed to win, and we were doing all right ladder-wise, and we had that bit of a slump in January, and that's all it takes is drop a couple, and then you're in that dogfight for the 4th, 5th position to try and get into the playoffs. So we're missing that, but it's good to get back there, but unfortunately it's been a bit late. I thought he rebounded well. I think he had 10 rebounds, 13 points, so tough cover, he plays hard and he's really athletic. So. Yeah, I would expect Eddie to play anyway, and them being on the cusp of playoffs. If he didn't play, I would, think not. I would expect him to play basically. They need him out there, so good show of character for him. I don't know if it was hurting or if it was affecting him or whatever, but he was out there and good on him. Going back to what Coach said at the start, was that first 2 minutes of the game, and then there was a small slip in the third quarter for a couple of minutes. But when you're playing away on the road and you got the other home team's got the crowd behind them, you can't give up a lead like that. We fought hard to get back in at those last couple of minutes, and we nearly got there, but just a couple of things like you said earlier, turnovers, 21 turnovers. A couple of foul shots myself, I missed a few, there's a couple missed down the stretch, so they're like the little things that you have to take care of to win on the road.
Well, Crocs fans, that's the game that was tonight at the Swamp. The Crocs are aiming to win at least the next 2 out of 3 games to secure their hopes of entering into the NBL playoffs. This is Craig McDonald at the Swamp with the Townsville Crocs for Townsville News Online.